Hi, this is John Harvey with Metal Express Radio, and my guest today is Burned in Effigy. Could you guys do me a favor? Hell yeah. Uh, Introduce yourselves and
How you guys doing? I'm SMEDY. I'm the vocalist and lyric writer for an Effigy.
What's up? I'm Steven. I'm lead guitar in Burden Effigy.
I'm Mike. I also play guitar in Burden Effigy.
I'm Eddie. I'm the drummer.
I'm Matt, and I play bass.
all right. Nice to meet you guys. So this is this is a third go round for Mike and I, but it's been a blast nonetheless. So I'm gonna start this off now that we've got all five of you here. Jesus Christ, last night you guys played West Chicago Social Club with Jungle Rot, who's from my hometown, Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Love those guys. They're awesome, man.
Yeah, it was an awesome show.
Yeah, I was trying to make it down there, but we got like 8 inches of snow, so I didn't want to drive after the shop. So do me a favor. How was the show? Like, was it
pretty good, man? The turnout wasn't bad. We played with Darker Than Fiction and Blood of the Wolf. Our buddy Frank is in that band, so it was really cool to see a good group of metalheads that are familiar there. All the good faces, all the good people were there. It was awesome.
A lot of familiar faces.
Yeah, despite the weather, it was a good.
Yeah. It was a little slick outside, but it was a good time.
Yeah, luckily we didn't get hit as nearly half as hard as you guys did. Seems like.
Yeah, we didn't get no 8 inches, man, but yeah, it was slick. The roads were a little slick.
Yeah. How was the venue? Was it I've never been there. Big venue, a little bit smaller, more intimate.
It's a smaller venue, but it's got a good sized stage. They got a decent kitchen there, man. Bar's pretty cool. Staff was really nice. Yeah, we played there a few times. We played there with who else did we play there with?
Pending Doom, on one show, process. Then another show with The Breathing Process and Worm Shepherd.
Yeah. So we played there a few times. We're pretty familiar with the venue. I mean, they got a really decent sized stage there. The sound was really cool. Our buddy Bernie hooked up the sound for us, and he always does a pretty good job. So yeah, all in all, like we like playing there. We like the venue.
Yeah, it's a nice place. It hasn't been around too long. It's kind of new.
Yeah.
And
okay.
It's not too small. It's a pretty good size, but it's not huge either.
Yeah.
Right on. So you guys got any like tours coming up? Any like festivals? Anything like that coming up? I talked to Mike, and you guys are working on a new album, and that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, we're really excited about the new material we got. As far as like fests or like shows coming up right now, we've got our eyes peeled for like spring, summer, fall. See what's going on. We haven't really decided too much. It's a little further down the road than where we're at, but we're definitely keeping our ear to the ground, making sure that if we do come across the right opportunity, we're definitely going to take it.
Yeah, nothing's officially yet.
Nothing. Yep.
But we want to do that for sure.
Yeah, nothing written in stone yet, but
Yeah, we're definitely
we got our ear to the ground for sure.
We're definitely trying to do a bunch of shows outside our home states, and so far we haven't really played outside of Illinois, really in kind of greater Chicagoland area. So
build the fan base by branching out, and hopefully they like what we do on stage, and hopefully they like our tunes.
Get the empire growing, right?
Yeah,
you got it, man.
That's the plan.
Build it up.
Well, I'm not trying to promote you guys. I'm just trying to interview, but I know 2 venues right now that I could probably hook you guys up with if you wanted that here in Wisconsin. At least get another state under your belt.
Hell yeah, dude! We'll cross over the cheese curtain. We'd love to play up there.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I'll see what I can do and get back to you guys, because they're smaller venues. But Jungle Rot plays there. Soulfly plays there.
Yeah. So they're more intimate. Because a lot of times metal shows we're few and far between as far as metalhead goes, but we're a solid group, and sometimes smaller venues are, you know, very appropriate for our kind of music, and it gets you know, our fans up in our face a little closer, you know, and the more our fans freak out, you know, the more we do on stage, and the better the night is, and the more fun everybody has.
That's it. That's totally it. Like the closer you get, the better. Like one of the best shows I ever went to, the stage was literally like 8 inches off the ground.
Yep.
You know, like you got to touch the lead singer, and the drummer like had to like beat you off with the stick because he's like, get the fuck out of my way.
Right, you can hear you can feel the percussion from the snare, like being so close to the stage, and you know, you don't feel like these guys are like rock gods who are 20 feet away with the barricade and security up on a 6-foot stage. You know, like they're right there in your face. You know, it's
Feels
great.
like a house party.
Yeah, exactly. We love that.
Oh hell yeah.
Right,
No, it's that, but that's where it's at, right? That's
for
the
sure.
roots of the music.
Yeah.
So are you guys working on anything like new music? Because you got the one album, right?
Yep.
And then
Well, we're working on a follow-up album right now. So we've completed a few tracks so far, but lots more are in the process of you know, arrangement and clear, you know, getting everything, all our parts in a row, and getting all our ducks ready to go for the next tracks. But yeah, we've definitely been working pretty hard. Like,
Yeah, there's a few more songs to write, but we've been really taking our time coming up here twice a week.
yeah,
Like, really writing, getting everything together, making sure we're all happy with everything. We're working real hard.
definitely. And like, we're all pretty content with what's been going on as far as the writing process, how fast we've been going through it. You know, we're not rushing things to make sure it sounds too rushed or anything. Everything's got a good flow and a good feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
One of the new songs we've been playing live our last handful of shows, really. And it's gotten a good response. So.
Yeah. You know, just to give crowd a taste of, like, you know, what's up and coming. We got a song we've been playing live called "The Racking," and yeah, people seem to be really digging what, you know, our new material is, and it's just a taste of what, you know, the next album is going to be like. But so far, we've been getting some good love from it, man.
Yeah, we're excited about it.
Well, that's awesome. Like I've been listening to the first one, and it Nightfall. That's my freaking jam. That
Awesome, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like I was telling Mike, I love vampires, and when you got a metal song about vampires, I'm all in. So
Excellent.
let's talk about the first album. Like what would you say is different from the first album to this next album? Is it because you guys are pretty hard and heavy on the first one? What's the next one going to be? Is it harder, heavier? Is it more
Well, like, as far as the first album went, we had a little bit different of band arrangements. As we have two different guitarists on this album, and these guys have definitely brought, you know, a lot more to the table. And it's interesting because, like, we're trying to go more dark, more of everything, basically. You know, more intricate, more dark, more thought through, more
heavier,
definitely heavier, definitely
more shred, more
straightforward, but still at the same time, you know, give you that element of you know, the ambiance of regalness to it, you know.
okay?
Yeah, we really kind of tried to, you know, first kind of distill down like the main things from the first album, and then like add new elements to it. That's been going really well.
I think if you like the first album, you'll like this one too.
Definitely, yeah.
We're not like, it's not like completely different style or anything.
It's just an evolved version, I guess you could say. Since it's a follow-up, you know, we really wanted to outdo ourselves on this album. So, like, we've definitely put a lot more consideration into our songwriting. And, like, you know, as far as the first album went, you know, it was just kind of songs that compiled over time. There wasn't a whole lot of, like, actual, like, you know, structural thought on where we were going with things. This album, there's a lot more focus on the direction of where we want to go. And I think all of us in the band have been pretty happy with where we've been going.
It's a lot more of a collaborative process between all of us. It's not, you know, one person finishing, you know, or pretty much finishing a song and bringing it to the group. We're, you know, coming to the table with some core ideas, but we're all kind of building on it, giving our input along the way.
Yeah, we're all spicing up each other's riffs and stuff. all learning each other's stuff and writing our own stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah. So far, like the writing process has been kind of natural. I'd say
Yeah.
It's just kind of spilling out, and ideas are flowing, and we've got a lot of material that we can choose from. So I'm pretty confident this next album is gonna be accepted pretty well.
So, well, just because you said it, who's doing most of the songwriting, like lyrics, and then as far as like the music goes, is it like does everybody just sit down and like because Schmitty, you're the vocalist, right?
Right.
So, like, do you sit down and you're like, all right, I got this fucking song, bam, here's everything, and then everybody goes, all right, sing it to me, and then like they put in their 2 cents, or are you like,
It's
I
the
got
opposite. Like they'll come with material, and I'll fill in the blanks of where where the riffs are. Like, okay, this is a spot where I could totally fill in a verse, or this is a spot for a pre-chorus. And
okay,
a lot of the songs that we write are about a story that we've been coming up with. Like, we're kind of just writing it as we go, but it's a story about a tyrannical king. And a lot of our songs, the way I look at it, is always like a chapter, like a different chapter in a book that we're kind of writing. And each one of these songs has a different chapter to the lore of this king who's, a tyrannical, evil dude who's, wants nothing more than cause suffering and dismay towards his people. And yeah, so like, we're trying to work that lore into each one of these songs. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And it's been interesting because like, it's different songs have different feels. And, I can kind of just go off of a feel of what could we write inside of the lore of how this song feels. But yeah, that's kind of the direction we've been going in.
Yeah, and to add to that, I mean, for the first album, all the songs were written before SMEDY came in. I mean, we were an instrumental act for a while and tried out a couple different vocalists, and then pretty much right when we started recording the album, we started working with SMEDY. We had jammed with him once or twice before, and we knew him, and so we kind of had to bring in his lyrical concepts and vocal ideas after the fact. But this time we can, we won't necessarily have lyrics written out beforehand. Sometimes that'll be the case, but oftentimes it'll either be fitting a concept to a song that's already at least partially written, having that kind of influence the direction of it, or it'll actually form the core concept, and we will try and write around this lyrical idea that SMEDY has, just this general kind of story without like concrete lyrics yet. They'll kind of go back and forth.
Yeah, each other. It really depends on what the vibe of like the song is throwing at us, but
yeah, like what it calls for.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I first heard Nightfall, they threw that song at me, and I was like, dude, I don't know about you guys, man, but like the first thing I see in my head is like Bram Stoker or like
yes.
Like Nosferatu, just creepy shit in my head. And I was like, dude, I gotta write a song about vampires with this song, man. Like blood sucking, undead creatures of the night, and how pathetic and horrible their existence and is. Like that's kind of like what I wanted to capture with that. And I thought the lyrics turned out really well with it. So like, we just kind of kept rolling with that that style of like embracing how the song made me feel and writing lyrics off of that.
Right. Like boiling down, like, like, oh, like cursed for a life of immortality,
Yeah.
Like some people are like, oh, that's fucking awesome. You live forever. But if you boil it down, it's like, no, you watch everybody die that you love. Yeah.
It's a pathetic existence of maybe like, wanting to die, but you can't.
But you can't. Yeah. Cursed with immortality.
Yeah.
Oh, that song.
That's awesome, dude.
That song is fucking tits.
I appreciate it, man, a lot, dude. That's awesome, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, so all right. We got a new album coming out. I'm pretty goddamn excited about that. Trying to think here, like did you guys meet the Jungle Rot dudes?
Oh yeah, dude. I've known Jimmy for years, man. He used to bounce at a place called the Ye Old Town Inn in Mount Prospect, and a lot of my old bands used to play there. and I've seen so many shows there. And they closed it down, but like that place is like legendary as far as like like from early 2000s, man. So like I've known him for a while, and he's always been a really cool dude. So yeah, I've known the Jungle Rock guys for a little while.
Okay. And where would you guys consider home field? Chicago, or like narrow it down. Where are you guys like from?
Generally western suburbs.
Yeah, I guess you could say like born in Elmhurst, something like that. But we're in Lombard right now. It's where we jam, and we spend most of our time. It's our home base is our jam spot in Lombard. So
Okay.
Anywhere around this area is like feels like home.
Yeah, pretty
We
much.
played at Dirty Nelly's in Alpine, our last show before the one yesterday, and that's where I am from. So that was like
That was really sick.
the Gate Creek Prairie and November Zoo.
Yeah, that was
It
an
was awesome.
show.
It
Okay.
was a good dream come true for me playing at Nelly's finally.
Yeah, because he grew up in that town. He said he's always wanted to play that place.
Yeah,
He finally did, and was like,
Yeah, it was
Was-
awesome.
What was it? Everything you thought it would be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been there the times. I hang out with friends there like years ago and have some drinks. I used to skateboard around there and everything.
Did you say skateboard?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I don't know if Mike told you. I own a skate shop.
Cool. Well, what is the skate shop called?
It's called Fiction Skate Shop.
awesome, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't know if all of us skate, but like I longboard. I used to love going down like parking garages. Yeah, dude. But I'm getting older, man. I don't know, dude. I take a fall, I might break my ass, dude.
But you're the vocalist, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I don't know. Being in a stretcher on stage, that's not a hot look.
That's true. That's true. We don't. A cast on the ass doesn't really work, huh?
It's like, I don't give a fuck. I will be there in a hot stretcher.
Oh.
Well, that's
They're
cool,
just
man.
So I got one more question, just so everybody can kind of get to know you guys a little bit more. And I don't know, it's one of the ones that I follow almost every interview with. If you guys right now were offered an opportunity or a position to go on tour, be it worldwide, national, state, doesn't matter, who would you guys be touring with? What is the band that you guys would either open for or be the headline for, or the three, or the two, my bad.
My gut reaction is Weird Al Yankovic. If you could ever turn that down.
Oh, dude, that was great.
Hold on. I hate cutting off an answer. That's probably the best answer I've heard yet. Weird Al, hell yeah. But hold on, here's the question to that. Would you want him to spoof at least one of your songs?
Oh, dude, that would be an honor.
I'd be insulted if he did.
Yeah, that would be an honor, man. That'd be awesome.
Dude, what if he did Daybreak instead of Nightfall?
About a guy who's like, what, a day vampire?
A guy who's like afraid to leave his house, maybe. Somebody stuck with it'd be the perfect pandemic anthem. It'd be awesome.
Oh, all right. So, all right, Weird Al, you kind of threw that one off a little bit, but I mean, let's continue with the question. I think Weird Al took the cake, though. My bad.
I would say, like, serious answer. It would probably be between the Halo Effect, which is like members of In Flames and Dark Tranquility, either them or just one of my hero bands out there, man. Black Dahlia. Black Dahlia Murder would be great.
Black Dahlia Murder.
Yeah, I love those guys, man. I'm so glad that they're still continuing, man. After their loss, they're true heroes to the scene, man.
Yeah. I saw Black Dahlia with I think they opened for Tool, and yeah. Did you guys go to that?
Where was that at, the rave?
No, that was down at the Chicago Fire Stadium. Probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
No, I did not catch that.
Mhm.
Oh, that was a good show. And it was
Tool. Yeah, I know. Usually when Tool comes to town, that's a big deal.
Yeah. People around here. Another band like Arsis.
Arsis, yeah.
Arsis, yeah.
Arsis is awesome. We'd love to go on tour with that, man. Those guys are another one of those hero bands of ours.
Man,
They're an
if the Human Abstract came back together,
Oh,
I would love to open.
yeah.
That would make my high school self so happy.
Archfire seems like they would be really fun to tour.
Oh
with.
yeah, Archfire would be
I would
awesome.
love to tour with Archfire.
No, of course, if y'all agree. Helen Harrison.
G.G. Allen's hologram.
Oh, GG.
Yeah, there we go.
So
oh my god, did you say G.G. Allen?
G.G. Allen's hologram.
Dude, they've got Michael Jackson doing that, so why couldn't G.G. Allen do it?
Yeah.
God. It would be such a safe way to experience the extreme.
They can only simulate like the smell for the people in the front row. That was
Oh, imagine that. Like, no, all right. So like they'd have to pump in piss and shit smells for the holographic G.G. Allen show.
yeah.
could be dudes with squirt guns with like pee in it.
Oh, like a Guar show?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, basically like a Guar show.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Fucking G.G. Allen.
One of a kind for sure, man.
Hey, never to be reproduced. Ever.
Would you want to? Why would anybody need to?
I hope it never does.
You know what? Like his music was it wasn't the best, but but he did his thing, and here we are, what, 20 years after his death, and
All right.
If anybody was punk rock personified, it's probably him.
Yes.
Yeah.
The absolute spirit of not giving a
did
fuck.
his thing all over the stage in the audience night after night.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like, hey, how would you like to be embodied by not giving a fuck? Oh, could you express that? Yeah, G.G. Allen.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
There's something to
Yeah.
be said about commitment, you know?
Commitment.
that
You really gotta like go for it and stick to it to be like that.
For sure,
Well,
man.
And we're
Like-
good on.
you know what? To shit on stage multiple times, that's that is something
Yeah, he
that
was like poor, so like I don't even know if he ate. So I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
isn't that the truth. All right, we're getting off in left field here. So when G.G. Allen comes up, we're in left field, that's for fucking sure. Well, circle back. So you guys are working on a new album, and you guys are like writing right now. You said a couple of solid songs, working on a few more. I talked to Mike about this one. I'm gonna hit home on this one. Could you guys produce a vinyl? I would love a vinyl.
There has been talks about that, and it is definitely a probability in the future on the upcoming album. The problem with that is like just being straight up, like, the mixes take a little bit longer, and
Mhm.
there's waiting list for it. So if we did, we couldn't. It would probably come a little bit later after we release the new album.
Yeah.
'Cause
It'll probably happen.
it'll most probably happen.
Yeah, I think we would love to get, both, Rex Mortem and any future album on vinyl. It definitely will just take some time and
Yeah,
lining up.
It's going to be down the road, but we're most probably going to get them. Yes.
I understand where you're coming from. Like I was saying to Mike earlier. You got a CD, which everybody has, and then you got streaming, which fuck everybody has. the record is one of those things that's a musician. That's an audio file. You know what I mean? Like
Harvey.
I went out and I bought this goddamn record player because I wanted to hear the way that the music should sound. That's a little bit down the road, but what I'm going to do is because I'm a huge record collector, I'm gonna push this shit. So let's
All right.
hey everybody watching this, send these guys a message on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, anytime you can find them and anywhere you can find them. Tell them you want a fucking vinyl.
Tell us.
We're on it. Yeah, we want to hear how much you guys want final. Let us know.
So there we are. So all right. You know what? It's been a great conversation. I got to let you guys go. So I just want to say thank you again. My name is John Harvey with Metal Express Radio, and you guys are
Burning Effigy!